Welcome everyone to my channel. We are out here at Ron Ayers Motorsports in Greenville, North Carolina. There's their dealership right there. We're at a Kawasaki demo event. I want to apologize in advance. I've been sick the past few days, so my voice is kind of strained right now. My vocal cords I've done a lot of coughing, so I'm going to sound kind of sick and stuff. But there's the Kawasaki Good Times demo truck. Let's just hop right into it. Alright guys, we're going to ride the Versys 650. So we'll see how this bike does. A quick little walk around of it. Yeah, I've been looking forward to riding this bike for a long time. I'm about to take this out. Yeah, good. Alright, let's click this down. Cool. Yeah, I've been looking forward to riding this bike for a long time. People rave about it and how good it is and balanced and that kind of thing. I tend to like the taller bikes too because they just ride so good, you know. So we'll see how it goes. This is a redesigned version too. The one I was wanting to ride, or I've been wanting to ride for a while, you know, was the one with the analog tack and all that, but now they got digital tack, which is cool. Do a quick little, it's a tall bike, 5'10", about 180 pounds. I got a slight bend in my leg to flat foot, but it is taller. 650cc parallel twin. It does have traction control, as you can see. We're in first gear. I don't know if I don't think it has rider modes. Okay. Interesting. See if I can adjust the windshield a little bit. I don't think I can do that on the fly. Nah. Windshield's kind of throwing wind up onto my helmet right now, but it's okay. Alright, let's talk about it. Seat's pretty cushy. Suspension feels good. It's got an interesting engine to it. I've rode 2 inline 4s so far, so this is inline 2. Haven't rode one of these yet, but it's got some pretty good low down torque. Yeah, easy to ride. I mean, the clutch is really easy to modulate. It's got good brakes. You're basically like sitting straight up, more so than like probably the Z900, you know. A nice slipper clutch. Yeah. Seat is much more comfortable than Z900 RS, and that had a pretty comfortable seat on it. But yeah, I don't know how I feel about the engine. I think it's pretty nice. I've never been a big fan of parallel twins, even though I have an MT-07, but that's a cross-plane parallel twin, so it's a little different, you know, than like a 180-degree crank engine like this right here. But it's got plenty of get up and go. I mean, I'm not really even, the throttle's pretty easy to manage. It's not very snatchy. It doesn't have that on-off feel like the Z900 RS felt. It's very easy to modulate. It's got a good amount of torque. I don't feel like I'm really even opening up on it much, you know, which is nice. maybe I am opening up on it. I don't know. It's gonna feel slow in comparison to the Z900 RS I just got off of. But yeah, this is a good bike right here. I don't like all the wind that's being thrown straight onto my helmet from this little windshield. But I mean, you can solve that by getting a nice aftermarket windshield, you know. I do like the hand grip, so that's pretty nice. Mirrors are big, huge, nice mirrors, so that's good. And it has traction control now. I don't think the previous model had that. I could be wrong though. Nice, easy to read display. It's kind of small, but I mean, it has all the relevant information you want. Easy to read. Lots of contrast. Yeah, this thing rides so good, man. Like, you don't feel like it's gonna get away from you. The throttle is probably the best thing about this bike. It's so easy to modulate. It reminds me of the Triumphs. It's not quite as good as the Triumphs, but it's very close. And you know, see if I can lean down a little bit and talk a little better. Because there's so much buffeting on my helmet right now. But yeah, it's the best thing about Triumph motorcycles is their fueling is like perfect. It's like spot on, you know. And this is pretty much the same. I mean, this is really good fueling. An agreeable engine. Soaks up bumps. It rides very well. And I feel like I'm gliding over this, you know, typical North Carolina country road. You could ride this bike all day. You could ride this thing cross country, no problem, no problem at all. Very, very agreeable. That's probably the best way to put this. This is a very agreeable motorcycle, but you don't feel like you're making a big compromise regarding sport. I mean, this thing, you know, I start to dip in a little bit, and it just kind of wants to fall in. You know, it's not. I don't feel like it's wallowing out, you know, with the suspension. Like my MT-07 just kind of wallows out in corners sometimes if I overcook it a little bit. Which I'm not really going that fast right now, but yeah, this feels like a good motorcycle. I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, I probably wouldn't buy one at this point in my riding career, but if I rode this before getting MT-07, I probably would have, if that makes sense. Yeah, and I mean it. I'm not exactly going full throttle, you know. So I'm behind this guy on the cruiser. Yeah, so much wind buffeting, man. You need to change that windshield. But it's got plenty of power. I mean, you don't need any more power than this out on the standard roads, you know. Any more than this is just overkill, to be honest. You don't need a 100 horsepower motorcycle for the road. It's nice to have. It's about the perfect amount of power, but you know, 70 horsepower or so, it's perfectly fine. I like it a lot. I just wish it had a bigger windshield, you know, like, see, I can dip down behind it and I get nice, and see how the turbulence just goes away. I get nice clean air. It's not blasting my helmet. I mean, it is off my torso, but see the difference. So it's, you know, it is what it is. Can't do nothing about it on a demo bike, but if you were to buy this bike, that would be probably the first thing you'd want to change, is just get a different windshield. Alright, let's see if we can open up on this thing a little bit. intake sound. That's pretty cool, I ain't gonna lie. It's got a good intake sound to it. Sounds a lot cooler than that, you know, but yeah. Good motorcycle. Very good motorcycle. Yeah, you could carry a passenger on the back, you know, you can have bags. You can ride 2 people on this. I think it's got enough power for that. I mean, shoot, I've rode 2 people. I rode my wife on the back of a CB500F, like over an hour away and back, you know, on back roads. But it's doable, you know, it's doable on almost any motorcycle. But I think that's gonna be fine. You might probably just adjust the preload on the back, you know, and you'd be okay. God, this thing is so easy to ride, man. And it just, it's so smooth, like, regarding how the suspension just soaks up every little bump, you know. It's just very good motorcycle. I like it a lot. One of the best motorcycles I've been on, I have to say that. Yeah, at a unique price point, you know. It's not too expensive, and yeah, I have to be honest, it's one of the best motorcycles I've been on. I wouldn't buy it personally at this point in my riding career, as I said earlier, but you know, if I hadn't got the MT-07, I would probably enjoy this more, especially with a bigger windshield, you know, and bags on it. I would be more interested in the Versys 1000 at this point, you know, that kind of upper tier motorcycle. Yeah, very cool. I'm glad I rode this. It is definitely one to remember, that's for sure. There's a lot more people coming out here now. There we go. Alright, we're back where we started. Okay, well, there is the, so let's turn off the Kawasaki Versys 650. Great motorcycle. Do a quick walk around. But yeah, if you like the video, hit it with a like, subscribe for more, and until next time, we'll see you.